Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for December 15th. Taking a look at the U.S. Japanese yen pair, I'm expecting this pair to move as high as 92.12 and as low as 89.18. Now look for some resistance around 91.00 and support around 90.23. This pair created an inside bar during this past session, so we could see a breakout of that. Not sure if it will be to the downside because it's such a large move that it would have to make, but we could see it move to the upside. If it does move to the upside, look for some resistance at these levels, at this level, and then look again at resistance right here. So that's something to take a look at during this next session, especially with the FOMC announcement coming out during this next session. Well, we had a overextended bar for those that trade those. We had, it looks like, roughly 20 pips from the close of the session to the high. It has pretty much retraced it, not once but now twice. This particular pair is moving higher overall. Now I am looking for this pair to move as high as 138.29 and on the lower end 132.38. Now look for some resistance to come in around 13600 and look for some support around I have those backwards, sorry about that. This is the support level at 136. Let's just redo the resistance here at 137.50 and look for support at 13600. There we go. Now looking ahead towards the pound US dollar pair, this pair continues to move sideways. This bar created an overextended bar also. It looks like we have almost 100 pips, not quite 100 pips from the open to the high of this pair. With the FOMC announcement, this could be a pretty decent bet, especially if it pulls back and retraces and then surges higher. So look for that to occur. Now I am looking for this pair to move as high as 155.08 and looking for it to move potentially as low as 147.30. Look for some support at 151.18 and look for some resistance at 153.80 for this particular pair. Now looking at the US Swiss, this pair continues to move lower. I am looking for this pair to move possibly as high as 118.58, definitely as low as 114.84. Also look for some resistance around 117.39 and look for support around 155.50. Actually that's sorry about that, 1.1550. We're definitely getting close to that. We could see it hit that area sometime very soon. So look for support to come in at that time. Now moving ahead, we have the GDP for the pound has their CPI report for November being released at 4:30 a.m. Eastern time, and the consensus is that it has dropped from negative 0.2% to negative 0.3%. Year to date, it's dropped from 4.5% down to 3.9% on the CPI. Now the U.S. has their CPI report for November being released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Consensus is that it's dropped from negative 1.0% down to negative 1.3%. Year to date, a drop from 3.7% down to 1.5%, a very large drop for the CPI if the consensus is correct. Now the U.S. also has their FOMC announcement, their rate decision being released at 2:15 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. The consensus is they're dropping from 1% down to 0.5% or 0.50%, down to 50 basis points basically, which I think overall long term will be negative for the dollar. Well, that about does it for today. Until tomorrow, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.